Well, in the middle of a pandemic, Florida is probably the freest state with regards to your liberties in moving around in society, going in restaurants, businesses being allowed to open. America is a collection of 50 states. The federal government kind of oversees the states to make sure they follow what certain protocols in the law, but each state has its own laws and its own protocols, and they kind of marry or balance each other out or play off each other. But out of all 50 states, Florida is the freest. Many things in Florida have low regulation, have a lot of, again, liberties. And so it's an interesting time to be in Florida because Florida's different. Okay. I spent a couple years in Florida before the coronavirus. I was here in March of 2020 in Florida when the coronavirus hit. Spring break had taken place, and the president announced a national lockdown. And I was wrapping up my stuff in Starbucks, and Starbucks was getting ready to close its doors to the public, and you could only do takeout. Fast forward 6 months later, it's November 1st, 2020, and most, if not all, the restrictions by the Florida governor have been released, and there's really not that many restrictions. And I traveled up and down the East Coast in the past several days, and I can tell you, Florida is probably one of the freest states. Florida also, by the data, has some of the highest cases and highest deaths. So it's a give and take, okay? Like everything in life, there's a pro and a con. You can lock down everything. You can have no infections or very little, but you can live no life, and there's a balance. Good to see ESP on a live show. I see ESP. And so my thought today is, one is Florida's different. There's not that many people here. Why? One is the Canadians are not, I don't believe they're allowed to freely come, mainly due, I think, to their own restrictions. They're not coming, most of the Canadians are not coming down in the 2020, 2021 snowbird season. Tony's a Canadian, love to you, man. And that's a major economic hit for Florida because many Canadians own property. Many come down in the winter. I've met many people from around the country. I've met plenty of people from Romania, from all over the globe, Europe, etc., that come to Florida in the winter. That's not going to happen this year. So Florida may be free, but it also may be the first state with huge economic catastrophe. Why? Because it depends on tourism and foreigners to circulate money in the economy. And I've never seen, in my 3-4 years visiting and staying in Florida, I've never seen it this empty. Now, it is true we're not in the height of snowbird season, which is mainly after Christmas to April. So I can't give a full and fair evaluation. I can say from my experience now that it is one of the freest states with regards to your liberties as a citizen, definitely from the East Coast, because I traveled up and down the East Coast past couple days. It's definitely different than it was just 6 months ago. There's not people packed in restaurants, even some that the restaurants that are allowing you in, Starbucks allowing you in, it's not packed. Older people are playing it cautious because they're high risk. Foreigners legally can't come. I think there's restrictions on from their country and maybe some with our federal government, but mainly from their country. So it may be a free state, or it may be the first state to have serious economic long-term consequences, sufferings. Because we don't really know how long this is going to last. They say 2022 we'll get a vaccine. How many people will take the vaccine? I probably wouldn't volunteer. Love to you, Tony. Don't worry about that. We keep showing up, brother. I've shown up, and I thank God for all my viewers. Almost 13,000 subscribers. 4 million views. And what I can tell you, What I can tell you, the key to everything is consistency. Okay. Try to be as sincere as possible. Okay. It is a side hustle. It is a business. So, don't let the tail wag the dog. Have boundaries. But also realize in social media and online, you're dealing with mentally ill people that have no life. But the vast majority are good people, okay, like you, me, several other people in the world that use this as a way to connect because, we're maybe introverts. We maybe, just like to kind of be by ourselves. And I found a lot of great, genuine people that are similar to me, and we've learned from one another online. But it is sad that there's one or two with several profiles that they're so mentally ill. You realize there are killer people in the world like Hitler, like many people in the world that are so deranged. Even the guy who created Scientology, these are mentally ill people. And they're out there. The world's not just full of angels that want to repent. There are bad people in this world. Okay. I wish it wasn't the case. You say, well, they just need a hug. Well, guys, look. Okay. What I found is if a hug is not going to cure some people, they don't want a hug. Okay. They don't want to repent. They want to terrorize you so you submit to their will. And the minute you don't submit to their will, then they go back to their terrorizing. They want to see you suffer. There's some people like dominatrix porn. They like to see people in pain and they like to be in power. Maybe it's because they have an abusive father. Maybe their father passed their bad mental health onto their children. That's why any male that has bad mental health, you better get a vasectomy. And same thing with the females, because your genes are passed on to your kids. Now, can your kid be a miracle? Sure. But he can also be Florida man. Florida man is, guys, the mentally ill. Okay. What are we talking about? We're talking about, guys, we're talking about the coronavirus. We're talking about life. We're talking about Florida, one of 50 states in America that may be free, but it's also dependent on tourism. And I don't see it, guys. I've never seen Florida this empty. Now, again, it's only November 1st. Okay. Only November 1st. And yes, I did go to the beach today, brother. It's still too hot to come to Florida. If for all my general people, I'm going to read all live comments. If all my general people, if you're debating, should you come to Florida yet? No, you should wait a little bit longer. It's still decent weather up north unless you're in Ohio. And I would recommend wait a couple more weeks. It's very hot down here still. If you're coming to South Florida. If you're going to St. Augustine or the Panhandle, guys, you might as well go to Idaho. Okay. You don't come to Florida to go to the Panhandle. You come to Florida to go southeast. Okay. Ontario. Well, guys, I feel bad for the Canadians. Guys, truth be told, New Jersey is closer to Canada than it is to Florida. I was brought up closer to Canada than I was to Florida. Isn't that amazing? So, guys, Gail, I was thinking about you today. Gail, wait a couple more weeks. I looked at the weather in New Jersey. It's going to be nice starting Wednesday for at least 10 more days. Gail, it's very hot in South Florida. Okay, and I don't want you to go to St. Augustine. I want you to go to Jupiter, Florida. Get your damn storage unit and just be around the rich people. Don't be around St. Augustine. A lot of homeless. Nasty. There's some great parts, but you guys know what I mean. Shout out to everyone in the Carolinas and everyone. I'm not bad-mouthing you, but guys, if I badmouth parts of New Jersey, I'm going to call it like it is. And what I can tell you is, guys, there's a lot of destitute in Florida. Go to the nice areas. Okay. So why? Because if you're to make the effort to be scared and to uproot your life and to leave your family and to travel on the road in the midst of the pandemic, go to the most beautiful parts of South Florida. Okay. And what I can tell you is this. The Starbucks are freely open, but there's not that many people. And Planet Fitnesses are open. The showers are open. They're only 24/5, a lot of them, not 24/7. So on Saturday and Sunday, they're only open till 10 p.m. I was going to take a shower tonight. I got to look at that. So now Anytime Fitness is open 24/7. I may look into getting a membership, but they cost more. So all my cheap bastards out there, Anytime Fitness costs a little bit more, but everything has a give and a take. It's another resource. But my bottom line tonight, we're going to go all live comments, is Florida is probably the freest state in America. And this is where I do agree with some of the conservative philosophy. I'm not just straight liberal. Where I think we have to balance it, okay? Where I like to have liberties and freedoms. However, I also like to have uniform standards where you have basic protocols, because the science does also show that Florida is one of the highest infected states and higher death rates. So I think we can do both. Okay. I think we can balance a principle of, look, America is not Europe. Okay. And but we respect Europe. I don't agree with national lockdown. I don't. Okay. And I think the Europe lockdown 3 days before the United States American election, I think that's political. Okay. I think anything done now until election day, unless it's an absolute emergency, is pure politics. However, guys, that's why you need a politician and a politician job, because it's just the way the world works. You got to play the game a little bit. Okay. But I have to be fair. And you guys know I call it like it is as best I can. I'm not, doesn't mean I'm God, doesn't mean I'm above being wrong. But what I'm trying to say is I like Florida, that it is freer than many other states. Okay. However, I don't like being in a common area and people don't respect the mask protocol. I've seen that a little bit down here. Because again, if we're in shared space, let's just respect each other's space. Guys, there's obviously something. Donald Trump got the coronavirus, not a hoax. Again, are there a lot of deaths? Well, less than 1% of society, but still 200,000 deaths. You know, it's a lot. 3,000 people died in 9/11. So guys, if we went into war and we spent billions of dollars, a lot of lives, a lot of Iraqis to get bin Laden because he killed 3,000 Americans. And Donald Trump said we were at war with the invisible enemy. He was a wartime president. We lost 200,000 Americans. That's war. But what I can tell you is this, guys, even amidst war, the whole reason you're in a war is to stay free. I want to balance it. Okay. Be safe though. There's no doubt about it, guys. I mean, but I'm telling you right now, Florida's different. Okay. Again, we're not in the height of tourism season, but guys, people from Europe ain't coming to Florida this year. The Canadians ain't coming. That's a big difference. And I mean, I see the locals. I see some people I know. They recognize me. Guys, there's some good people. I like South Florida, man. Now, some bad people too. Everywhere is good and bad. I just have my own personal opinions. But it was good to see some people I knew. And I still love the areas I love. But I really asked myself this, I've never seen Florida this empty. And I've been in Florida in the summer, in hurricane season. And again, we'll see how it turns out in Christmas, but it's just fact. It's not going to be the same. So it may be the freest state, but it also may be a major economic collapse state because tourism is the lifeblood of this economy. Okay. And as much as people may hate the snowbirds and the tourists, it's like I had a lot of friends who grew up on the Jersey Shore. They hated the summer because everyone would come, but that made their economy, that made their town. It's a give and a take. So with freedom comes responsibility. However, look, it's got to be a balance. I'm not a believer in, government does everything. I'm not. But I'm also not a believer in the government's not going to bail out the stock market and then forget about the regular people. There's got to be balance. Okay. Balance. People struggle with balance. I get it. But I just want to document, guys, the world is different. How long will it be different? Don't know. Okay. Am I still living my life regardless of... Yes, but obviously I'm respecting the protocols. I'm moving according to science, and there's no exact science, okay? And I'm living my life. I'm not waiting to see who gets elected. I'm still living my life, okay? I always tell you guys that, guys. Some people, I've watched their videos, and they're talking about they're going to wait until the election. Guys, what type of person does that? I don't do that. I never did that in my life, guys. So we're going to get to all the members' comments, and I appreciate you guys. I really do. I'm very grateful. I thought about everyone today, man, because I'm still nervous and scared. I still miss my mom. But I really played out in my mind. Again, it's a little early, so I'm not going to lie. If you're up north, Gail and everyone, stay up north for a couple more weeks. Let it cool down. Because it's very hot to live in your car right now. I mean, I'm young enough. I'll deal with it. I've dealt with it before. Been here in hotter times. But I have to balance my life and live my life. I spent 6 months every day by my mom, seeing her doing, and I know she's okay. I WhatsApp video conference her today. She's in New Jersey. I'm in Florida. Now, New Jersey is a little bit more locked down. The gyms are open. Nothing, indoor restaurants, not too much. Planet Fitness shower's not open in New Jersey, so there's a little bit more freedom in Florida. Does it matter? Well, it's all relative. Most people, again, even in Florida, the freest state, I don't see people here like they used to be. So it's free, but the people in other states are not migrating down here. The people from overseas can't. The Canadians can't come down. So I think it'll pick up a little bit in a couple months when the height of snowbird season comes, but it ain't going to be the same as past years. And it's a free state, but also maybe a state on economic collapse. Now, will this pass when we get, again, the vaccine a couple years or whatever? Sure, but again, who's going to take the vaccine? No one really knows. Is this thing going to morph or whatever? It's weird. But still live your life while respecting science, not just going by your gut. At the same time, if you're a Scientologist and you're eating DiGiorno pizza, you're smoking, you're drinking, you haven't exercised in 8-10 years, and you're telling me you should be safe and stay in your house, you're killing yourself. You've been killing yourself. You don't care about health. You're just scared to live your life. That's why I do believe in, like, you got the freedom to live in your house. Guys, all of us got the freedom. Like, if you're really scared, and I always believe, guys, there's something out there, okay? I don't believe we know the full story. Like anything in life, again, I still think less than 1% die. But again, if my mom died, if I died, I respect the science that there's something out there. However, I also understand the non-exact science of life where you can't measure everything, that you just can't stop living, okay? Because, and again, a lot of people, they kill themselves every day with their daily routine, their lack of exercise, their lack of mental health, their lack of productivity. So even if you want to live a recluse life, you should have the freedom to lock yourself in a house and order DoorDash. And those who want to go DoorDash or want to go to the beach and want to bang out Latino MILFs, okay, raw dog, as long as you got a vasectomy. I'm not saying you should do it, but I believe in freedom with respecting common shared spaces. Okay. Why? Because what's the purpose of life, guys? What's the purpose of life? To live. What's the purpose of toilet paper? To get dookie on it. Like, guys, you're not going to leave this life like a nice piece of toilet paper that's never been used. That's not what life is. That's not what toilet paper is. You look at your toilet paper, look at your toilet paper right now. It hasn't really functioned until it's got dookie on it. Look at your period-stained underwear. Yeah, okay? I know a lot of girls judge me living in my car. Say, oh, that's nasty. What's this? What's that? Guys, I've been with some nice girls, and what I can tell you is they all got period-stained underwear, okay? Even the old grannies, because they got leakage. They got diapers on, okay? Act like they don't know what I'm talking about. Come on. And some of you guys out there, you already know what it is, okay? Your penis smells like urine. That's why you didn't get a blowjob in a long time. The girls want you to smell like soap, okay? Not like urine and Old Spice. Soap, clean, and wash the bowls, okay? What are we talking about? Florida's free, okay? But it's also a lot different, okay? And what I can tell you is this, guys, we're not going to be talking about mail forwarding. Why? We're in Florida. We ain't in Arizona, okay? We're damn sure not going to have Carolyn RV come up here talking about how to take a shower in the desert. Why? Guys, Planet Fitness home until 10 p.m. in Florida, okay? We're very free. And, let's take a shower in Planet Fitness, guys, okay? And what else do we want to talk about? I'm fucking sweating. It's hot. Gail, don't come down here yet. Wait a couple more weeks. I was thinking, man, should I go back up north? Nah, not yet. Like I said, I want to spend at least a week to get into a rhythm. Okay, I got to get into a rhythm. I got my mail today. I got my laundry done. I got a lot of, I got one back. I got my coconut shrimp. Okay, caught up with some friends. Okay. And so we're doing good, guys. We got to take it nice and easy. Let's take a hydration break. Read all the members' comment. Thank you to all my members. Love to you and appreciation to you. Click that thumbs up. The one psychopath with a lot of profiles that want to be acknowledged. I see you. Don't worry. But I really do think it's disgraceful how you come in here like that. That's okay. Thank God for members only. Thank God. There's something different, though, about the Starbucks down here. Shout out to all my baristas in South Florida. It's different. I'll tell you, guys, everything is different. I love my mom, okay? And there's parts of New Jersey, it's okay. Okay, and I like the fall temperatures. I like the crisp air to sleep. I wish you can never get a perfect life, but if I could get a perfect life, live in the free state of Florida, but for sleeping, I would get the crisp fall air And for the rest of the time, I get this hot because I like to sweat. You should have seen the ass I seen today. Very nice, guys. Very nice. Guys, we're still playing volleyball down here, okay? Fucking diving in the ocean. ESP's over there freezing her puss off. It's like 1 degree in Alaska. She had to stock up on, like, oil. She's burning oil and shit. When you rent an Airbnb in Alaska, you got to, like, calculate for the oil. Guys, it's a whole nother dimension, okay? No, I can't live in Alaska. Fred, we're out here sweating. All right, let's go back to live comments. Let's read them all. ESP, happy Sunday, Sunday fun day. Sunday, sun as in vitamin D, and it was fun day, and I'm very grateful, and I love you, ESP. Tony, shout out to Ken. I hope you are getting closer to home, Sam. I'm home. I'm excited for you. I'm grateful for you, brother. Tony, the Blue Jays. Oh, shout out to the Toronto Blue Jays. Grapefruit League is in, is that Dunellen, Florida? Dunellen? That must be on the West Coast or by Ocala, Florida. Never go to Ocala, Florida. Never go to the West Coast of Florida. Why? Guys, it's a shit show. There's a couple nice ports. Naples, Marco Island. Shout out to my guy who likes Fort Myers. Decent area. Guys, I'm Southeast Florida for the win. There's a couple minor league teams in Southeast Florida. I know the Mets got one in Port St. Lucie. Shout out to Martin County. And there's one in Jupiter, Florida. There's a couple spots down here. But I don't do the West Coast or the middle of the state. Why? No disrespect. There's a different energy, man. And the energy I gotta get is like, it's tropical paradise. It's you guys, I'm gonna make videos, guys. You're gonna see it's a lot different. I love you, man. Tony, 15 people watching, 19 thumbs down. That's part of being a YouTuber. You overcome by showing up. It's just one person with several profiles and bad mental health. Pray for them, but chances are they're never going to get better, and I don't know their history. But, guys, look, I have empathy that this person may have lived a bad life. I pray for everyone. And I have empathy that life is hard. But it's unfair to put that burden on me, okay? If I said something you didn't like, or if I'm not the person you want, I can understand that. But it's not my job to raise you, to pander to you. It's like, I'm a YouTuber. I'm an entertainer. I'm not a father. I'm not a president. If I was, I would, guys, this is a moment in my life at the end of the day where I can share. I can vent. I can connect with like-minded people. This is not daycare. I saw something today. It said adult daycare. Guys, this ain't daycare, okay? So I know some people want it to be a daycare. I know, and I know some people are just mentally ill. They're dominatrix porn. They want to burn hot candles on a girl's butt cheeks. Guys, I'm not into that. I burned my pinky toe when I was in North Carolina. I put the heat on too high. Guys, I got a blister on my pinky toe. I don't like burning. Okay. So what I can tell you is this, guys. I'm not into dominatrix porn, guy. If you're into that type of porn, I think you're a psychopath. I dated a girl. She was into that. She was like, do this, do that. I was like, whoa, that's too crazy. Guys, come on. And she had issues, okay? So you say inspirational nomad. Did you miss out on that girl? No, she was nice. We have fun. But guys, she's... I'm not even going to say it. Let's stay positive. You guys are getting me upset. All right, let's stay positive. ESP, you've made it when you have haters. That's the truth. But you've made it when you have members only. You've created boundaries. YouTube's a side revenue, not a main hustle, or else you'll be pandering to every old lady with a cat. And you're not just trying to be brash for the sake of being brash. You're trying to find what it is you genuinely feel in the moment. You're trying to document it, not just for entertainment, but for me, this is like exactly what I'm feeling at this moment in time. And I'm trying to connect with other like-minded people. There's more positive than negative. And I thank God for boundaries. And I tell you, if you're building your channel, if you're building your life, there's parts of your life where you can't have boundaries because you don't have enough equity. But over time, what you can do is build equity and then empower yourself and create more boundaries. Good job. Tony, one psychopath equals 23 YouTube accounts. Yeah, it's amazing. That's why I disagree with some people who play the game like they do have a mental illness. Like, you telling me you have the mental capacity to figure out how to make 23 YouTube accounts, but you can't be a telemarketer? You can't do one DoorDash? I think you're a fucking piece of shit. Burn in hell. Upscale. Did you go to the beach today? Guys, ain't a day go by I don't go to the beach, guys. I was out there. It was pretty nice. So, I love you, Upscale. Turn that generator on, man. It's fucking hot as hell. Tony, we had snow today in guys, Let me tell you something. I don't do snow, man. I don't do snow now one bit. That'll get me out of wherever I'm at. I love you, man. Gail, I see the palm trees in the background. Well, Gail, you're not in South Florida if you're not by a palm tree. So what I could tell you is, Gail, wait a couple weeks or a week at least. Let it cool down a little bit. And when you come here, come all the way south. Love to you. Take your time. You're going to be scared. You're going to be nervous. You're going to want to turn back. I still feel it now. But you're going to feel that way too if you're there when it's snowing. So pick your poison. Upscale. Look into a diminution. Nah, I ain't got enough room, man. I know I should, and I know that's part of the reason why too. I got a little mold there. But what I can tell you is, guys, look, my next RV or my next vehicle, it's going to be set up with some type of air conditioning. So I ain't going to get it with this. I don't have the room, guys. I don't have a power source. So you are correct, though. That's what, guys, I never had a problem with any type of mold or anything in New Jersey for 2 years. It's when I came to South Florida with the high humidity, there ain't shit you can do. The only way you get rid of that is if you constantly run your AC. If you run your air conditioning all the time, you don't need a dehumidifier because the air conditioning itself dehumidifies. So, but when you're living in your vehicle in Florida, especially when in the warmer months, ain't shit you can do, guys. You can buy all the dehumidifiers you want. You know what I'm saying? Upscale, he's in an upscale Class C, so he's running his generator. He's got his air conditioning on. Shout out to Emilio and Melania. Gangsta Talk, 399. Sam, you're working a late shift. Guys, we're on a different schedule. I'm in South Florida. What does that mean? Guys, I'm having fun. Guys, I'm doing different things on a different schedule. Why? Because, guys, I'm not New Jersey anymore. Guys, I'm doing what I do. So I'm on a different shift, okay? So get ready for the later live feeds, guys, because I'm doing later stuff. You know what I mean? Let's stay positive. Thank you, brother. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Tony. Oh, yeah, I read that. Gail, I love you. I love you, Gail. Upscale. Oh, yeah, I read that. Backwoods, what's up, man? Shout out to the Pacific Northwest. Shout out to you, Dylan. Hey, brother, I hope all's well. I appreciate you, Dylan. I appreciate you hanging tough and being the best you can be. I love you, brother. Upscale. Well, Southeast Florida is good thanks to Northeast investment. There's no doubt about it, guys. Look, Ross, shout out to Broward County. Shout out to all the police officers. He's a police officer in Broward County. Hey, Sam, happy to hear from you. Protect that sock. Well, I could tell you this, Roz, okay? After I did my laundry today and after I had my tropical smoothie cafe, triple berry oat with no Splenda, I bust a load. Why? Because, guys, I'm under palm trees. I'm watching free porn. Now, I know that's nasty. But what I can tell you is, guys, this heat makes you want to have sex all the time. It's true. Now, I know some of you guys and girls, you're dried up. But I'm telling you, I'm lubed up. Now, I know that's crazy, but that's part of health. Okay, if I tell you to work out every day, I got to tell you to masturbate every day. Why? Because it's healthy. Now, if you're a senior citizen, guys, then just do what you do, okay? But I'm talking to the middle-aged or younger or the senior citizens with high sex drive. If you don't have a high sex drive, then, guys, put your earmuffs on, all right? What do you want me to tell you, okay? Ross, Ross, protect and serve because there are some psychopaths out there. I love you, Ross. Keep getting those pension credits. Thank you very much, Ross. I love you. Beautiful. Thank you. Upscale, yeah. Look, guys, Florida is different because the Canadians ain't coming, the Europeans ain't coming this summer, and the economy is going to be different. So, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Gangsta Talk, $4.99 Super Chat. Sam, what will you do if the U.S. goes in a second lockdown? Well, it's a good question. What did I do in the first lockdown? I went up to see my mother. Ross, $4.99 Super Chat. You do you, Samuel. I didn't mean today. Self-care. Gotta do it 101. Yes. Thank you, Ross. Gangster Talk, what will I do? Well, I have to evaluate because I don't think I would do the same thing as I did last time. And I agree with the Republican governor of Florida. We're not going backwards. Keep Florida open. Now, should maybe the restrictions get a little bit tougher? Look, if the cases spike up, if the hospitals become overflooded, yes. But unless there is an extreme circumstance with the science to back it up and the actual evidence of it, not just like scientific projection polls, but evidence, guys, I'm not for national lockdowns. Why? Because we did one for a month or so or 2 months or whatever, and it didn't really do anything. Okay, it did something, but guys, the whole purpose of it was to get protocols in place and to not have the hospitals be overflooded. Less than 1% of Americans have died. And what I can tell you is, guys, if you are at high risk, stay in the house. But if you want to take the risk and move, wear a mask in public and have the freedom to do so. Again, I vote progressively, but I am not like some wild like liberal. I agree with some conservative philosophy. Now, you say, well, then why aren't you voting for Donald Trump? Because he did not earn another right to work for the American taxpayer. Why? Because how he handled the coronavirus, not just with implementation of policy, but with of setting an environment, setting a culture, setting a tone that unites people in a healthcare epidemic, that brings people together during unrest times. It was a disgrace. And not just because he messed up, it's because he has a recurring pattern in his life. All his businesses end up the same way the country ends up, is they go bankrupt. Okay? And they need more stimulus. They need more socialism. And all his marriages fail. Why? Because he's not a good man. Okay? And there's no excuse for it. However, I agree with some of his and Governor of Florida's philosophy, DeSantis, that I'm not for like European lockdown. Okay? I'm not. So I believe Joe Biden said we can chew gum and walk at the same time. I believe that our country really does the best when we have a Democratic president and a Republican Senate. I agree that you got to balance the thought, but I also agree that, look, Florida's different. Okay, it's a free state, but the tourists ain't here. They're not. I'm probably the only snowbird that's here. I've seen a couple, but not as many as I used to. Now, I'm still early in snowbird season, but it's a give and a take. Good job, guys. Thank you. Let's continue. Tony, I hope Rudy Giuliani took your advice about washing his junk before he pulled it out in a hotel. Yeah, well, I saw that like part of that clip in the Barat. It was like a comedy thing, I think. I don't know the whole context of that. Now, Rudy Giuliani, I think his own daughter or stepdaughter doesn't like him. She's voting for Biden. He's a scumbag. But he also did some good things. He cleaned up New York. He cleaned up Times Square. I gotta be honest, gotta be fair. But am I a fan of him? No, not necessarily, no. I could agree, though, he did some good things. He did a good job during 9/11. But, guys, politicians are all corrupt, whether it's Rudy Giuliani or Joe Biden's son. So it doesn't offend me that Joe Biden's son's corrupt. Why? Because so is Donald Trump and Rudy Giuliani. I just want them to fucking don't make the issues worse. Okay, I know you're playing a game. I already know everyone's corrupt. I know everyone's human. Don't make things worse. Set a good tone. Let's balance it out and let's just move forward. And the bottom line is, if we go by the earning of the right to be reelected, if we go by measuring people by the content of their character, Donald Trump has not earned a right to be reelected. He's not. Now, if he gets reelected, will I change my life? No, guys, I came down here before the election. Why? Because I'm not a political junkie where I make decisions solely based on politics. I understand they're out there. I speak directly to them. I don't try to misguide you guys. I know people have different opinions than me. I'm fine with it. Now, it's not going to have any place in my life because, guys, I don't want to argue about politics. But I just want to say that for me, I do want the freedom to choose. Okay. However, in common space, I want the policy that we protect each other. Okay. And then, everyone's got to choose their own path. Good job. Good comment. Let's continue. Where are we at? Fred, what's up, brother? Shout out to BK. I think they canceled Black Friday this year. They canceled a lot of things, guys. You won't see packed malls. A lot of malls are empty, even down here. Fanatics rushing in the 15 to buy the big screen TV. Yeah, guys, don't buy a big screen TV anyway. If you buy anything, spend $1,000 on a smartphone. Why? You can do your job on it. You can apply for a new job. You can learn things. You can watch free porn. You can DoorDash. You can YouTube. You can research literature. Your phone is the smartest computer you ever had in your life. A big screen TV is just a dummy that projects videos, okay? So a big screen TV, if it's not smart, if it can't connect to your smartphone, it's dumb. So, but the bottom line is, you are right, Fred. The world's changed, maybe forever. It's weird. It's weird, man. Like a little bit when I came to Florida, and as I traveled south, and the freer the states got, and at this point, there's no freer state than Florida. It's almost like I'm getting a glimpse into a little bit of what society used to be like before the pandemic. Now, even with that, it's still different in Florida. But a little bit I could see like, oh, this is what it was like. Because now, almost a year later, it doesn't seem like we even lived that life. But even in Florida, they're trying to operate like as normal as possible, but it's different. It is different. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. Everything's different. Let's continue. Upscale, yeah. Hiding the face with the monkey emojis. Good job, ESP. It's warmer today, 20 degrees. Well, damn it. Run around in your panties. Why? Because that's hot for Alaska. Fred. At Tony. Rudy is a hypocrite. That's true. He is accusing Hunter Biden of sexual assault. And he was caught with a girl believed to be 15 at a hotel. Yeah, they're both scumbags. That's true. Good job. Upscale. Not worth it here, Fred. Tony. At Fred. He said he was just tucking his shirt in. Yeah, I saw that. Upscale. Hunter Biden is not an issue for this country. Fred. At Tony. Right? And Tom Cruise. Yeah, guys, all I can tell you is I'm Tom Cruise in the movie Cocktails and Dreams, where he went to Aruba and said, screw it, I'm just going to live on permanent vacation. However, I'm not Tom Cruise, where he decided to wife up that chick from Midtown Manhattan, have a kid, and then go back to be a bartender in New York. I'm not doing that. I'm the Tom Cruise that stays single. That, guys, I'm trying to tell you, I was so excited today, very excited. And it was a good day. Let's continue. Let's get right there. Fred, you are sweating buckets, Sam. I'm trying to get to Planet Fitness before they close today. They close at 10 p.m. on the weekends, guys. Make a mental note, laughing. It's 100 degrees out. Yeah, with the humidity, it was 100 degrees today. It was like 85 Fahrenheit, but with the humidity, it feels like 100. So, guys, it's still too hot to be in Florida for all my regular people. So if you're ESP and you think 20 degrees is hot, guys, if you're from Alaska, you should never come to Florida until like February. Why? Because it's fucking hot, right? It's a whole nother dimension of heat, man. Guys, they call the Miami basketball team the Miami Heat. Okay? Like, they didn't even think of like the Miami Pelicans. Guys, the Miami Heat, okay? They named a professional basketball team after a temperature, after a climate. It's hot, okay? It's very hot. Thanks to talk. Thank you again, brother. Yeah, I'm working a night shift, man. I'm working at MILF shift. Oh, yeah, it's going to happen. Fred, which changed at Starbucks? Are you not allowed to go inside? In Florida, the freest state in America right now, you can go inside. They said they have one rule, like you can't sit more than 2 hours. But they said that that's very loose. They just want to keep a flow. They don't want to have people in. They just, but I still have not set in there. Why? I'm playing it safe. So I like the freedom to do so. I've seen people sitting in there not even close to how many used to sit in there. Not even close. But what I do is I just usually go through a drive-thru, and I've made my either my car my office, or I go to a public park, or I go to outdoor eatery. I eat outside of Starbucks. So I've improvised and adapted, but I do miss going inside, but I just feel like it's an unnecessary risk that I don't need to take, but I like the freedom that we have the choice to do it. Good comment. Let's continue. Roz, thank you again, Roz. Stay safe. Love and respect to all our police officers and citizens. And what I can tell you is get your pension credits, live a great life. Love, appreciation to you. Fred, oh, you mean his sock? Yeah, guys, masturbate in a sock. Masturbation is healthy. For centuries, this is where Europeans are actually freer than Americans. Europeans are much more freer in their sexual culture. Americans are much more control. Americans are much more like religious, socialized dogma. Like, God forbid you have sex or you talk about guys, Europeans, get the fucking like weather girls are naked. Okay, I think something like that. So guys, it's like, yeah, if we're able to eat in Starbucks, guys, we should be able to masturbate in a sock. I mean, come on, guys. What are we, fucking 10? Edith. Howdy, peeps. Good to see you, Edith. Shout out to Kellogg, Idaho. Thanks for talk. Sam, what will you do if the U.S. goes into lockdown? Well, I'll do a live feed about it. Why? Because my views went up when the coronavirus hit. But I've made videos before the coronavirus, during the coronavirus, in New Jersey and out of New Jersey. And what I can tell you is, I don't think I go back to New Jersey unless my mother needs me. But it's hot as hell right now. So would I go back to New Jersey for Thanksgiving? Maybe. I'll take it day by day, When you're nervous, scared, or unsure, take it day by day. What's my number one asset? All my nomads out there that are members, I want you to type, or if you're just a member and you know what I'm going to say, what's the nomad's number one asset? What is the asset that the nomad can use to relieve anxiety? Flexibility. Damn right, Upscale. Flexibility. Knowing and having the ability to do something different very quickly is the key to supplement your anxiety. It keeps you stable and focus on your routine. Guys, I use my flexibility. I used my flexibility when Hurricane Dorian came. I got out of Dodge. I used my flexibility when the lockdown came. I got out of Dodge. I used my flexibility when the cold weather came up north. I got out of Dodge. I use my flexibility. I'm not scared to use it. Don't be scared to use it. Upscale, you nailed it. 100 emoji, get a golden badge. I got a cookie. Well, hey, guys. R. Kelly has a song talking about getting that cookie. He was a pedophile, but I like that song. Roz, thank you again, Roz. Roz, you understand and you accept the fact that we're sexual beings. And as long as what you're doing is mutual or self-care, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Not a damn bit. Gangster talk. Sorry, brother, I missed that. $4.99 again, Sam. Your mood is totally different. Well, I'm in South Florida. I'm sweating. You got a big smile on your face. Well, there's several reasons for that. Damn it, Gangster talk. I'm sorry I missed that, brother. Yeah, hang in there, man. Guys, I had coconut shrimp today. I saw coconuts today. Guys, whole nother way of life down here. Whole nother way. The land of the free, guys, Florida. Oh, shit, man. It's hot as hell, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, you may want to wait a couple weeks. Edith, doesn't it thrill you to be far away from family? It's like a hole in your heart, to be honest. Only for my mom. Look, I got love for my sisters, too. But obviously, look, we're all living our different lives. I wish I could take my mom here, but I know she's connected to my siblings and her doctors. She's healthy enough to live on her own. If she wasn't, then I'd make a decision with her. So my mom is like the only one I really think about when I think about being away from people. Do I miss her? Yes. But I spend quality time with her. So I balance it by knowing that I have evidence to show that I am willing to sacrifice to spend quality time with my mom, and I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for a good mother. However, I've also displayed through the evidence of my life that I know I have to balance my life and live my life. Why? Because you have to do both. You have to spend quality time with loved ones and you have to spend quality time with yourself. So for the past 6 months, I've been with my mom every day. Not all day, but I see her at least once a day. So I WhatsApp video call her every day, even still now. So I have to live my life. And I keep my flexibility. If I need to go back see her, I will. Good question. Now, she's saying that too because she had to leave. She had nasty family members in Vero Beach. She goes, doesn't it throw you to be far away from family members that put a negative head in your space? If anyone puts a negative head in your space, your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, you have to cut them off. I cut off my father. If there's someone too negative for you, I wish it wasn't like that because they do some positive things for you, but you have to do what you have to do for you. And so I totally empathize with you, Edith. I totally think you did the right thing by uprooting your life, leaving Florida to start a new life for you and your son. There's no perfect answer. And if you become a nomad, use your flexibility. But I understand exactly what you're saying. She goes, I found it too hard to live close to mine and move as far away as I can get from them. It's too hard to change when you're close to family members. Jesus had a scripture that a prophet is honored everywhere but in his hometown. Because the people that are close to you when you're young, sometimes they're not the best for you when you're adult. Good comment. Free Spirit, what's up, brother? Sam. Good to see you, brother. Have you made it back yet? I've fully made it back to Southeast Florida. I'll continue to upload videos to document that journey, to share with you guys, and to give you a glimpse in the freest state, even in the midst of the coronavirus. However, there's a pro and a con to everything, guys. It's still hot. Florida's not the same. Cases are high, not gonna lie. So there's a balance. Got to measure it all out. It's true. Upscale. Oh, wait, I skipped Edith. Have you gone to Publix yet? Yes, I have. But I haven't had a Publix sub yet. Why? Because I want to step up. I went to Fresh Market and I got some coconut shrimp. Fresh Market is like a Sprouts or a whole food store. It's for the rich people. So even though I go to Publix, Publix is for the poor people. And when I go to Publix, I get a vegetarian sub. When I go to Fresh Market, I get coconut shrimp, a healthy salad. It costs about $30. Is it worth it? Hey, guys, got to treat yourself a little bit. Good question. Yeah, upscale. Nah, he said check out the Icy Breeze. Gail did a video on the Icy Breeze. It was a disaster. Gail knows that was a waste of money. And I'm not, guys, the Icy Breeze, that shit may work if you're in Massachusetts, okay, and it's hot, a little bit hot. That shit ain't gonna work in South Florida, guys. There ain't no such thing as Icy Breeze in Southeast Florida. You either got full utility hookups or a generator loud as hell in a Miami public park like Emilio, or you're hooked up to a campground. There ain't no way a cool breeze gonna keep you cool in Southeast Florida. No way. Sorry, but good try. You're right. It's a good shot, but it may work in St. Augustine, but not here. All right, guys, a lot of good comments tonight. Okay, we're back. I'm sweating. I'm losing weight. I'm in the gym. Why? Because you got to keep a routine. How do you supplement fear and anxiety? Keep a routine. Keep a routine. What's your perimeter? What's your perimeter? A Starbucks, a Planet Fitness, a campground, a public park. Keep your perimeter. Utilize your flexibility. Don't sit idle too long. It'll bring on sadness. These are the essence of a healthy mind, a healthy life, and to keep you moving forward. Now, you say, Inspirational Nomad, I don't want to feel pain, sadness, or anxiety. Well, stay where you are because you're already feeling it. However, when you're ready to actually do something, you're always going to have those feelings. You're human. But wait a little bit longer to come to Southeast Florida. Why? It's still hot. A couple more weeks, guys. Good job. Upscale. Damn. Thought it would work. Nah, it's just a scam, man. It's just a scam. They're not going to keep you cool in the car, man, unless you're hooked up to utilities or something. Not in South Florida. In other parts of the country, like when I'm in New Jersey, other than the dead of the summer, and the dead of the summer, even a fan doesn't do it in Jersey. But when I'm in New Jersey, a fan for 90% of the year get you fine. When you're in Florida, you got to be ready for the heat, man. It's fun. It's coming at you. But live free or die, okay? Live without air conditioning or die. God forbid. God forbid, upscale. Thank God for that Class C, man. Guys, would I get a Class C or Class B? Well, I would, but I want to wait until I'm a little bit older. Why? I don't want to be back on the hook to anyone, man. I want to get close enough to age where I know I have more empowerment before I start to make decisions that give me less flexibility. Because a Class C, a Class B, a travel trailer, even a travel trailer, not as much, but all those things make you lose a level of flexibility. Now, when you're older, you don't need as much flexibility. You need more comfort, and you can sacrifice some flexibility. When you're younger or middle age, you want to maximize flexibility, sacrifice some comforts, and then you start to balance your portfolio as you get older. That's the best thing I come up with. I look at it every day. I looked at some home bases today, and I still can't justify it. I don't know, guys. I don't know. We'll see what happens with the housing market, but I don't know how the housing market could be this high, and Florida's empty. That's what I saw today, guys. Florida's empty. Florida's not the same Florida. Why? Because there's no Europeans. There's no Canadians. It's still early in snowbird season, but there's no one down here. I'm all by myself. I'm going to clean up. The gyms are basically empty. All right, guys and girls, I appreciate you. Thank you, everyone on the live chat. Thank you to all my members. Gangster Talk, thank you. Roz, thank you. Gangster Talk, thank you 4 times. ESP, I love you. Tony, I love you. Upscale is strong tonight. Gail, I love you. Backwoods, I love you. Fred, you know you're my guy. I love you. Tony again. Edith, I love you. I appreciate you sharing your testimony. Free Spirit, my guy. Much love to you, Free Spirit. Upscale strong. Good night, ESP. Good night, everyone. Keep pushing forward. Do the best you can. Take life one day at a time. Okay. And keep a healthy routine. A healthy routine will keep your sanity because every day is a fight, guys. Okay. It's not going to just happen. You have to consciously live a disciplined life. And if you're not that disciplined, supplement it with good habits that keep you in a flow of moving forward. Okay. Because the worst thing you can do is just sit. It doesn't mean you have to run a marathon or bang out Latina milfs, because guys, you guys can't all do what I do. But at least you could go for a walk. At least you can do laundry. Stay active, Edith. You need to get those neck gaiters that you soak in the water cool off. Edith, I don't know what that is, but I'll tell you right now, I don't feel like there's anything that can cool me off other than to be hooked up to a campground utility with air conditioning blowing out my keister. But I'll Google that. I don't know. I'll take a look. But guys, all my nomads out there, guys and girls, there's no supplementing a lack of air conditioning living in a car. None. Now, if you got a Prius, if you got a hybrid or an electric vehicle, that's the only supplement you can get. Okay. Now your car is gonna start incrementally every 20 minutes or whatever. But that's why my next vehicle may be a hybrid or electric, because it keeps maximum flexibility and I get some comfort. So I'm still looking into that. That may happen. That's the next thing. It's possible. Good comment though, Edith. Love to everyone out there. Keep pushing forward.